but important chemical reaction is redox reaction. A chemical reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously in a reaction is called as a redox reaction. So we need to understand first what do you mean by oxidation and reduction. Oxidation, it is a chemical process in which a substance gains oxygen or loses hydrogen. Let us understand this statement with the help of a couple of examples. So here we have two examples. Two molecules of sulfur dioxide react with an oxygen molecule to give us two molecules of sulfur trioxide, and in the other example we have two molecules of hydrochloric acid break down to give us chlorine atoms and hydrogen atoms. Now in the first case it says there is a gain of oxygen. So let us have a look. Sulfur dioxide, how many atoms are there? 2. Of course if we can add this it will be 4, but you have 2 more atoms of oxygen added to this to give us sulfur dioxide. Hence sulfur dioxide is gaining 2 atoms of oxygen to become sulfur trioxide, and that is a gain of oxygen. So that we call as oxidation. Remember, the word oxy means there is oxygen being gained, and hence you should know that oxidation involves gain of oxygen. Conversely, oxidation also applies to reactions which do not have oxygen in them. See, there is no oxygen in them, but in this case we look at loss of hydrogen atom over here. So here you had 2 atoms of hydrogen, okay, in this molecule. So hydrochloric acid had 2 atoms of hydrogen, that is lost separately, okay, that is lost. Remember, being lost or destroyed is 2 different things. We cannot destroy, okay. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed according to the law of conservation of mass, but yes, we can lose it, or in this case when we talk about losing, hydrochloric acid is losing it. The reaction still has hydrogen, there is gas evolved in this, but hydrochloric acid loses hydrogen to form chlorine. Got it? So here there is a loss of hydrogen, and this loss of hydrogen is also referred to as oxidation. Remember, oxidation doesn't always mean there should be oxygen involved in that particular reaction, okay. In this case there is no oxygen at all, but here we are looking at loss of hydrogen, so we do not want hydrogen in this case. When hydrogen is lost, we refer to it as oxidation, okay. But if oxygen is involved, then we look at if oxygen is gained by a molecule, by an element, and in this case sulfur dioxide gains 2 atoms of oxygen to become sulfur trioxide. Hence these 2 reactions or chemical reactions can be referred to as oxidation reactions. Let us see what are reductions. What is reduction? A chemical process in which a substance gains oxygen or loses hydrogen. Sorry, cancel this out. So what is reduction reaction? A chemical process in which a substance loses oxygen or gains hydrogen. So exact opposite of oxidation, where the chemical process was gaining oxygen or losing hydrogen. Here you are losing oxygen or gaining hydrogen. So let us look at certain examples. We have 2 examples here. Chlorine reacts with the hydrogen sulfide to give us 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid along with the formation of sulfur, and copper oxide reacts with hydrogen to give us copper and water. Chlorine atoms gain 2 atoms of hydrogen, so here this is a gain of hydrogen. In this case copper oxide loses oxygen to be just copper. This is the loss of oxygen. So you have reduction reactions okay, and these are known as redox reaction, and they are just opposite of each other. Now, in oxidation is, in terms of electronic concept, it is considered as defined as a loss of electrons, while reduction is defined as a gain of electrons. But in our reactions, we are looking at whether oxygen is gained or lost, whether hydrogen is gained or lost. According to that, we term it as oxidation or reduction. Let us look at this particular reaction to understand what are redox reaction. So in one particular reaction, we can see that there is oxidation and reduction taking place. Okay, now we have oxygen involved over here, so you can definitely have a look at what is oxidation and reduction. So in case of CuO, okay, now this one loses oxygen, so we can call this process as reduction. Okay, but hydrogen over here gains oxygen, so we can call this process as oxidation. Understood? So in one particular reaction, we can say that there is oxidation as well as reduction taking place. CuO loses its oxygen atom and forms just copper. This is a reduction, loss of oxygen atom. In this case, hydrogen gains oxygen to form water. This is an example of oxidation. Okay, few other things to know. If a substance gains oxygen, for example, hydrogen over here is gaining oxygen to form water, then we can say that in this case H2 is being oxidized because it is gaining oxygen. Similarly, if a substance loses hydrogen atom, then during a reaction it is said to be oxidized. Now, if a substance gains hydrogen or loses oxygen, like in this case, okay, so then it is Cu can be said as reduced. It is said to be oxidized when it gains oxygen or loses hydrogen, or in this case CuO is said to be oxidized, is said to be reduced because it loses oxygen. But if there is a substance which actually gains hydrogen, then it is also said to be reduced. Okay, so this is what it means by oxidized and reduced. Now, similarly, H2 is also known as a reducing agent. Because, why is it known as a reducing agent? Because it gains oxygen, and CuO, which actually gives its oxygen and gets reduced, is referred to as oxidizing agent. Okay, because it is oxidizing someone, it is giving its oxygen to someone, it is referred to as an oxidizing agent. Whereas in case of hydrogen, it is oxidized, that means it becomes as a reducing agent. Okay, it takes oxygen and it takes oxygen, it accepts oxygen, so that is why it is called as reducing agent. Got it? So a substance that gets oxidized is called as a reducing agent, a substance that gets reduced is called as a oxidizing agent. Got it? So with this we finish the different types of chemical reaction. There are 5 of them, namely combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction and redox reactions. and we have learned different examples under each heading, and I hope you all have understood with those examples what each type of reaction do, I mean what happens during those reactions and why are they called, given those names. Thank you for watching.